Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode 5. It's double upload day. It's what we love to do. I forgot to say in the last video, and I'm not sure why, but Happy New Year. I hope I hope everyone had a good night last night, whatever you were doing, in the safety of your own home, of course. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot to say it in the last video, but I've remembered to say it this year, so yeah, Happy New Year. And since the last episode where we played City of Liverpool and drew 1-1, followed by Trafford also 1-1, it's been more of the same really, hasn't it? I think this game against Prescott, we were told we were actually favourites for the game, so I was quite excited about that. I think it was the first time all season I've been told I am the favourite, and I lost. So it was a good start after the video. We then got a 0-0 against Marine, who were quite high up in the table. So for some reason, we play well against the big teams. The rest of them who, you know, we can get draws against or maybe even snatch a win, we just don't do well against for whatever reason. But Mossley was the next team, 2-1. It was a late-ish equaliser for us, and then they went and scored an even later winner, which was really disappointing. I really felt we could have got something from that. But Workington, there was never any debate. They scored in the second minute, scored again before half-time. I'd basically already accepted defeat there, so that was a shame, but is what it is. And then in our last two games, Brighouse 0-0, Ossett United 1-1. Again, it was a relatively late goal. I felt like we deserved the win in that one, but it is what it is. In this episode, though, we've got Widnes, the only team lower than us, down in 19th. We are favourites for the game. I'll show you that now, just to prove to you that I'm not lying. There it is. We are favourites. So I hope that we can live up to that title and end up winning the game. After Widnes, we've got another relegation rival, Tadcaster, in 16th. So they're a couple places higher than us. We'll have a look at the league table now. Yeah, it's not looking good. We're back in the relegation zone, as we already knew, and we're 5 points clear. And not only are we 5 points clear, we are 5 points clear with only 5 games to go. So, you know, I'm not overly happy by it. It is what it is. We're just going to have to hope that we can get some good results. We've actually got quite a few games coming up that we've won. I think Marks we beat before. We did 2-0. Colne, I don't know. No, we lost 2-0 against them. And then Kendall, I don't remember. It was a 1-1. So we've definitely got some teams that we're coming up against that we've already picked up points from. Teams that we should be picking up points from. Let's just get straight into it and see how it goes. So, this is the team that we're going to be going into the Widnes game with. It's slightly different to what we've been doing before. I've basically now got two systems. So, I've got the more familiar Diamond that we were playing, but I realised that was only really working against the big teams. So, I've gone for something that could hopefully work against some of the lower down teams. And surprisingly, it's a more defensive one. Don't ask, it's how it's going, and once we get the familiarity up on this system, I'm hoping it's going to work a bit better. We've already started scoring goals again, which is always helpful, of course. But in terms of the team from last time, I'm not sure how many differences there are. I think Jamie Mellon is a new player, I believe. I think you'll agree, quite a good player. He can play in basically any position or role, I should say, that we want him to. Oh, and he can play in many different positions. We are going to keep him as a midfielder, though. We're not going to change that. And then the only other difference is our new striker, Finley Clift. He's previously been playing for Vauxhall Motors in the Northwest Division 1 South. He scored 14 goals in 30 games, and that was enough for me to want to bring him in. He doesn't look amazing based on his stats. I mean, his finishing's good. His first touch isn't great. Technique's not great. But the fact that he's got goal-scoring records suggests to me that he can definitely play in this team, and that's what I want, and that is the team that we're going to be going with for this game. So I'm going to tell the boys that to give the fans something to cheer today. They're still not bothered. It doesn't seem like anything I say is really going in, really. They don't really care what I say. But I tell you what, this is a perfect chance for us to kickstart the Great Escape, and I hope that is exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so it's early on in the game, but Widnes have got the ball, and Coleman has won it back for us. Jones-Griffiths is playing it out wide to Alfieri. There is a run being made, but it's not going to be picked out. That time it is, though. Clift on his debut, and I tell you what, that's not a bad start. It's his 15th goal of the season. It's his first for us. This is his debut, in case I didn't make that clear. It's not a bad start, is it? 2.5 minutes in, good ball over the top. Clift collects it, and what does he do after that? Really not sure, because the floodlight's in the way. Okay, so Dunn has got the throw in now. Cromer is the recipient of that. Keeping the ball quite nicely. I'm hoping that when the chance arises, we go for the big ball. We do. Clift, I mean, he's had a really positive start so far, and if he'd have finished that, that would have made it even better. Jones-Griffiths has intercepted the ball really well, and Clift has passed it on really nicely to Cromer, and Cromer just fires it straight at the keeper, who manages to make a save. We have got a corner, though, and I'm realising the stats are heavily in our favour. Jones-Griffiths tries to get ahead to it, put it towards goal. Doesn't manage to do that. And that's the end of that highlight. But Jones-Griffiths now, I mean, the highlights are coming on and on. Shaquille Jones-Griffiths with the free kick. We're 2-0 up, guys. We're 2-0 up. I'm not going to get too excited because this is a team that's the only team in the league that's lower than us. But, and not to mention the keepers probably should have saved that. I could just see that through the floodlights. But I tell you what, this is a fantastic start. And time is ticking away, but we have got a chance. Is Cromer with the head on the ball towards the goal. I mean, that was way too much detail. But like I said, time is ticking away in the first half. Widnes have not even managed a shot. So, I tell you what, we can tell the boys exactly how pleased we are. Is there anyone that's suggesting they're having a poor game? I mean, in comparison with the ratings as they are at the moment, a 6.5, I'd say, is what I'd usually consider a 6.8. So it's kind of like a standard game. Anything above that, I think is probably they're performing well. So 7.4 for Finley Clift. Perfect. Okay, so Widnes on the ball now. They've managed to have a few chances in this second half, none of which are on target, though. And we try a long ball forward. It doesn't come off, but we have won the ball back. And have Widnes. So hopefully we can defend this quite well. Maybe even spring a counter-attack back on them. And hopefully we can go without conceding a goal. Ball over the top to Burke. I think it's offside. It's not. It is going to stand. And Widnes have, unfortunately, equalised. They haven't equalised. I'm not sure what the score is. It's 2-1. They've scored. We've conceded. They've not equalised. Greater X probably could have done a bit better with that. But, I mean, defending again is pretty poor. I'm not sure why no one's going with him. I mean, I think they're trying to play him offside, to be fair, and they nearly do, if they, in fact, don't. But, yeah, it's 2-1. Hopefully we can hold on to this result. Okay, so a throw-in now for us. Results in us losing the ball, as it seems to always do, but we have won it back. Mellon plays it through to Cromer. Divine with a divine ball over the top to Clift. And Clift manages to get it on target, but doesn't trouble the keeper. And we go straight into another highlight almost instantly. It's now with Ness. Hughes. Greater X has managed to save it. I'm not too sure what to do. I'm kind of stuck in a stalemate with myself right now. I don't know whether it's a good idea to go back to defensive as Clift goes through and Clift scores. Take that back. I shouldn't have changed anything. I didn't change anything. Tactical genius. We're 3-1 up. And with that, I am going to leave it as it is because I think the balance, being imbalanced, is probably about right. So, but even if they do manage to get one back, I don't think we're poor enough defensively to concede two. And seeing the result at the moment over at Runcorn Linnets, this result makes us only 2 points off safety. And we have Tadcaster next. So if Runcorn Linnets manage to drop more points in the next game, it will result in us jumping out of the relegation zone once again. The 2 minutes of added time have been played. Divine plays a ball over the top. The keeper collects it, but it doesn't matter because City of Newcastle are 3-1 winners against bottom of the table Widnes. I mean, outstretched arms. I'm very pleased with that result, and I really am. It's safe to say that for the next game, there will be no changes unless there's an injury, and I probably shouldn't have said that. And now for the game against Tadcaster, not Tedcaster. I said it last time we played them, and I'm saying it again. The only change we're going to make is Jake Bayram comes back from suspension to replace Ethan Devine. Other than that, everything else is pretty much the same, so we're just going to go straight in with it. Okay, so I'm going to tell the boys, and I think this is the first time this season I've been able to do this, to just carry on with where they left off, because it was a really impressive performance. And we are underway at Tadcaster. Clift gets us underway, and hopefully he can be a big part of this game, and hopefully he can get us 3 valuable points. Okay, so early on, Tadcaster have got a throw. Bradford, though, manages to head away the cross into the box, and Alfieri's got the ball now. A big ball forward towards Cromer, which he connects with and manages to finish it. It's his 10th goal of the season, and 8 minutes in, it's another early lead. Can we hold on to it? This will be crucial. I tell you what, it's a fantastic ball from Alfieri, and it's a really good run and determined run from Cromer. The goalkeeping is questionable, but we're not going to talk about his misfortune. We're going to talk about our fortune, which we don't get much of. And as you can see on the league table, that does take us out of the relegation zone in such a crucial game. I've not stopped talking so that we're still going into another highlight. Tadcaster have got the ball, so I could be quietened quite quickly. I've noticed that Salmon is playing, and Cribley, I believe, is the set-piece master of the last time we played them. He has equalised. Yeah, okay. My excitement has stopped. It's gone. Okay, but there is a highlight straight from kickoff, so this could either be a really good retaliation from the goal, or this could be us conceding. But Cromer, it was our highlight. Cromer could have finished it, but he's headed it straight towards the keeper. And I tell you what, this is looking like it's going to be a really close game as Tadcaster get the ball into the box. Tinkler gets a chance. What a name. Shepherd on the edge now towards Cribley, but it's headed away. Okay, I'm not too sure about this game so far. It's been very 50-50, and we're back in the relegation zone. Okay, time is ticking away, and Melon, the absolute Melon, has decided to foul his man and get himself sent off. This is going to make the game so much more difficult. The aim right now is simply going to be keep this point, because and maybe snatch a win. Give me a minute. I'm going to try and work out what we're going to do with this. Okay, so this is the change that we're going to make. We're taking off Lewis Bradford, who you would have thought I was going to take off one of the strikers, and I completely agree with that, and I wanted to. But the problem is we've got Finley Clift, who's in really good goal-scoring form, and we've got Moise Cromer, who's already scored a goal today. I don't want to take either of them off because I feel like they can both get goals in this game. So what I've done is taken off a centre-back, brought on Ethan Devine, and we're just playing, instead of with a flat 3, we're playing with a defensive midfielder, and we're hoping that we can still do something with just 10 men. If it seems like we're not doing too well to hold on, then what I'm going to do is go defensive, but for now we're going cautious. And it looks like we are going to see this this free kick that's being taken by Tadcaster. They're on the edge of the box. It is blocked. Jones Griffiths manages to get it away. And Cromer manages to get it through to Clift. He can! What's going on? Clift has managed to score. I was on about holding on. I'm so obsessed with getting just 1 point. I'm not thinking about 3 points all too often. But we've managed to do it. And now we're going into half-time, still playing cautious. So hopefully, just hopefully, we can go and get the 3 points. Can we hold on? That is the question. And we are at half-time, and we've managed to hold on for those last few minutes. I'm going to tell everyone that I'm happy and to keep going. I don't know why Jamie Mellon's looking happy on the bench. He's been sent off. He shouldn't be pleased with his performance so far. Yeah, let's just hope we can keep it up in this second half. As it looks like Tadcaster are going to get a free kick. I was going to stop talking, but Greater X collected. I did think that might be the case. Okay, so Tadcaster did manage to get a ball into the box, but we've cleared it away, and Chrome is playing it back to Divine, who plays the ball over to the top to Clift, who plays it straight at Appleyard in goal, which is also a really good name. I'm looking at the results in the other games and noticing that Runcorn Linnets are currently drawing. What we need is them to drop even more points if possible so that we can overtake them. I didn't realise that was the only highlight in that. Well, highlight. And we got one immediately after. Tadcaster have equalised. And it's Sam Oliver that gets the ball over the top of the keeper, which is a little bit infuriating. I don't think I'm going to change anything yet, though, unless we get another one conceded here. Bayram goes in for the ball. If he gets sent off, then we're going to be in all sorts of trouble. But Tadcaster are still going here. Can we get the ball back? I feel like it may be a case of needing to go defensive. I think bringing a defender off with this system that was working so well isn't working anymore because we're just having everyone firing, and obviously Salmon gets the goal. I should have expected it. We're going to make a change. What change we're going to make, I don't know. I think it might be Bayram because I know he can play as a centre-back. So we may just do this, have Coleman as the covering, and then have the other two further forward. Fallon's having a shocking game, so we are going to bring Jake O'Leary on for the second half. And I think we stay cautious because I feel like countering is going to be what we need to do. It's not gone to plan really at all. From leading to equalising to leading again, and now we're going behind. It's not what we needed at all. It's a good finish from Salmon, but there's 3 players in front of him and not a single one manages to block the shot. And Tadcaster, I've got a corner. Could they add salt to the wounds? This is not what we needed. It was headed away quite well. The problem was it was just headed straight at a player. He heads it straight onto Salmon. And Salmon manages to score with it. Tell you what, we're making a change. We're going attacking. I'm trying to go attacking. It's not letting me. We've done it now. I don't care if we've got 10 men. We need to get back into this game. And Moist Chroma gets a goal to make it 4-3. We couldn't. Could we? Could we? Oh, I'm not going to get my hopes up. It's a really good ball into the box. And it's a really good header. Chroma's got himself 2 goals in this game. And we've got just under now 10 minutes until this game ends. Runcorn Linnets were ahead, but Pontefract have equalised, and now Tadcaster have got another chance. Can we counter, though? Russell's on it now. No one's around him. He hits it straight at Greater Axe, though. We need Pontefract to do us a massive favour and get a late goal is what we need. Or can we get one? It doesn't look likely with just 15 minutes to go. Tadcaster get the ball away, but we've got the ball on the edge now. Chroma, I'm not sure what's happened. Apparently he's offside. Okay, that's going to be it, isn't it? That is going to be it. We've lost. It looks like Runcorn Linnets have managed to get themselves a point in that game, unless there was a late goal. Let's have a look. I am going to tell them I can't fault any of their performances because really what we've been let down by is the absolute melon that is Jamie Mellon and got sent off. He seemed motivated by it. He shouldn't because he's a disgrace. And it's the worst possible scenario. I thought Runcorn Linnets had managed to get a point from that game. They scored in the 91st minute. They won that game. We're now 5 points. 5 points away from safety with just 3 games to go. That's it. So what I'm going to do for this last bit, I'm going to play these 2 of the last 3 games. And if we're still able to survive by the last one, that will be next episode. You will see those games, the results of those games at the end of them. But for now, what we're going to do, well, not for now for me, I'm going to go play these games. I'll show you the results at the end of each one. And if we are still able to survive, I will show you that final game in the final game of the season. And If we're not, then I'll just play it here in this episode as well. So for all I know, right now, this could be the season finale. Otherwise, we'll have one more chance to survive. So, we've played Colne. We started really well. We had 2 disallowed goals, which would have seen us win. One of them, I'm pretty certain wasn't actually offside, but it is what it is. I think we are officially relegated. I don't think we need to see the other game, because Runcorn Linnets did go and score in their game, and I think that was it. I didn't get confirmation or anything. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. There we go. You can see it on the screen. City of Newcastle relegated to English County Leagues. Level 9. Now, on the positive side, and there is one. The positive is that that's the division from the start that we should have been in. It wasn't until towards the end of the season that I really got a good group of players together, and you would have seen it. That's when I started playing. You would have seen episode upon episode the same players, because we finally got a good team. It didn't happen any earlier than that. So next episode is going to be the start of season 2. We are going to be in a division lower, but I'm hoping that we're going to be favourites to go up. And from experience of watching other people do these kind of saves, once you get not relegated, once you get promoted once, you kind of keep going. And so that should be able to kickstart this save and start us rising through the leagues. I don't think the board are going to sack us. I'll get back to you on that, but I don't think it's going to happen. So the board have set out our initial budgets, which is a good first sign that we won't be sacked. It's not a lot of money. I've moved it all into the wage budget, and we're still looking pretty poor on that side of things. So I'm hoping that going forward we'll be able to raise some money. If we look at the squad and the money that is being earned, there's literally 2 youth players that are getting money. So I'm not too sure where this wage budget's going. I can only assume it's in the staff, but hopefully we'll be able to raise some funds and get a little bit of extra money. So I know I've not played all the games, but it's confirmed we're down, we're out. We are most certainly out. It's not ideal, but like I said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to smash this so much. I'm going to build the squad the best that we can. So a squad that's good enough to get promoted in this division, let alone the one below. It could be difficult, but we've already got a good base of players that hopefully are happy to stick around me. I know the managerial support I've got from the players is really good. So I'm hoping that we can use that to keep these players with us. And if not, we've got plenty of young players. We had a youth intake that had some pretty good players. I've not shown you it purely because it's a youth intake at this level. It's not very good. We've got one good player. I'll show you him. So the one good player that we got was Adam Reeve. He's a 2-star player with potential of potentially 5 stars. You can see he's quite good. So he's definitely a player that we could rely on if we were to have some players leave. But I think the players we've got at the moment are the better players at the moment. But that is going to end this video. I'm really disappointed that we couldn't stay up. We definitely could have. We definitely had the squad to do it. It was just the form wasn't on our side. We had a couple of incidences with like red cards, and that just made the form even worse. And it just went on and on from game to game. And like I said, the squad that we inherited from the start wasn't good enough for this division. So we were already on a back foot. But we're going to come back next season even stronger. I mean, I say even stronger. We're going to come back strong. And we're going straight for a title. We want to get silverware, even though it's not overly glorified silverware. But we want it. We want promotion. And we'll be back in this division in season 3, I can assure you that. But I hope you have enjoyed. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you have. And until next time, I'll see you later.